Blood Falls, Antarctica. Antarctica, an endless desert of ice. But hidden within this white empire lies one of nature's most terrifying and mysterious sights, Blood Falls. A bright red liquid continuously flows down the face of a massive glacier, as if blood is pouring from a wound in the ice itself. For decades, scientists could not unravel the mystery behind this phenomenon. In such extreme frozen conditions, who or what is causing this bleeding? Scientists have discovered that this red liquid is no ordinary water. Buried nearly a quarter of a mile beneath the glacier lies an ancient lake. For almost 2 million years, this lake has remained completely isolated from sunlight, air, and oxygen. The water there is 3 times saltier than normal seawater, which prevents it from freezing even in sub-zero temperatures. But the most astonishing fact is that ancient bacteria have managed to survive in this extreme, dark, and oxygen-free environment. For millions of years, they have evolved without any exposure to sunlight. Many scientists believe that if life exists on other planets beyond Earth, it may resemble these bacteria. When water from this underground lake emerges through cracks in the glacier, it comes into contact with oxygen in the air. The high concentration of iron in the water reacts with the oxygen and instantly forms rust, or iron oxide. This is exactly why the water turns a vivid blood-red color almost immediately. It is as if nature has created its own chemical museum there. Although scientists have provided a scientific explanation for Blood Falls, some mysteries surrounding it still continue to intrigue people. Researchers have recorded certain vibrations and frequencies beneath the glacier that do not match the typical sounds produced by melting ice. It is as if something massive deep below is constantly moving. No human has ever been able to enter the crack in the glacier from which this red water emerges. Attempts to send cameras inside have also failed due to the extreme salinity and intense cold. Against the backdrop of endless white ice, this stream of blood-red water creates a haunting sight. From a distance, it seems as though Antarctica is trying to conceal an ancient, dark secret deep within its frozen heart forever. Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Karakum Desert. Mile after mile, nothing but gray sand and silence. But if you go right to the middle of this barren desert, you will see an unbelievable sight. It seems as if a gateway to hell has been created on the surface of the earth. Locally, it is known as the Door to Hell, or the Gate of Hell, a massive crater in the heart of the desert from which blazing flames continuously emerge. It is neither a volcano nor a natural wildfire. This fire has been burning for more than 50 years without interruption. Whether it is day or night, the heat and roar of this crater tell people from afar just how terrifying its depth is. This mystery began in 1971 through a mistake made by scientists of the Soviet Union. They were conducting drilling operations in this area in search of natural gas. But suddenly, a massive underground cavern collapsed and the entire drilling rig sank beneath the ground. As a result, a huge crater was formed, measuring 230 feet wide and nearly 65 feet deep. The scientists realized that poisonous methane gas was escaping from the crater, which could be extremely dangerous for the people living in nearby villages. To stop the gas from spreading, they made an unusual decision. They set the crater on fire. They thought that all the gas would burn off within a few weeks, and the fire would eventually go out. But the scientists' calculation proved to be completely wrong. The fire that was ignited in 1971 is still burning in the same way even in 2026. The temperature of this blazing furnace exceeds 1,000 degrees Celsius. Standing at a distance, it feels as though you are standing in front of a giant boiling cauldron. But even amid this extreme heat, some strange mysteries remain hidden. In 2013, renowned explorer George Kourounis became the first person to descend to the very bottom of this crater, wearing a special protective suit. Despite the intense heat and poisonous gases, he discovered a unique type of bacteria there that has not been found anywhere else on Earth. How these microorganisms survive inside this extreme inferno continues to puzzle scientists to this day. The government of Turkmenistan has taken several initiatives to extinguish this fire, as a large amount of valuable natural gas is being wasted because of it. However, each time experts have faced a strange obstacle. Creating an accurate map of exactly which cracks and fissures are releasing gas from the crater has proven to be impossible. It is as if an invisible force is keeping this fire burning. When this massive red crater can be seen burning in the middle of the desert's pitch-black darkness from afar, it is only natural to think that it is not just a gas crater. Perhaps beneath it truly lies another world, hidden from sight. RICHAT structure, Mauritania. The Sahara Desert, the largest and hottest arid sandy expanse on Earth. For miles and miles, there is nothing but piles of gray sand. But when an astronaut looks at Earth from space while passing over this desert, they are left astonished. It appears as though a giant bluish eye is staring unblinkingly toward space from the heart of the Sahara. It is called the Eye of the Sahara, and its official name is the RICHAT structure. It is a circular formation spanning approximately 26 miles, 40 kilometers, so vast that its true shape cannot be understood from the Earth's surface. Only from space or through satellite imagery is it possible to see the complete form of this perfect geometric labyrinth. According to scientists, it is not a crater formed by a meteor impact. Rather, it is a natural rock formation created over millions of years through tectonic plate movements and wind erosion. However, adventure enthusiasts and many researchers are not satisfied with this explanation. They believe that the RICHAT structure is none other than the mysterious lost city of Atlantis described by the Greek philosopher Plato. According to Plato's description, Atlantis was a city surrounded by concentric rings of land and water with a diameter nearly equal to that of the RICHAT structure. Moreover, Plato stated that Atlantis had mountains to its north and vast plains to its south, which closely matched the geographical features of this region in Mauritania. Could it be that the advanced civilization of Greek mythology lies buried beneath the sands of the Sahara? The Eye of the Sahara is mysterious not only because of its shape, but also because it hides several unresolved truths. Upon entering this structure, modern compasses and GPS devices sometimes begin to behave strangely. Due to the ancient rock layers buried beneath the ground, a strong and unusual magnetic anomaly is created in the area, the exact cause of which scientists have still not been able to fully explain. In the center of the RICHAT structure and within the grooves of the surrounding rocks, fossils of marine organisms have been discovered, proving that millions of years ago, this scorching desert was actually beneath the ocean. However, how this specific region rose to the surface in such a perfectly circular formation remains a puzzle for geologists to this day. Lying in the heart of the scorching, uninhabited Sahara, this giant eye seems to have been silently observing all the changes of the Earth for millions of years. We may have established scientific explanations for it, but the ancient mysteries hidden within it still remain beyond our imagination. Bermuda Triangle, Atlantic Ocean. A specific part of the northwestern Atlantic Ocean connecting Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico with imaginary lines forms a deadly trap. This area, covering nearly 500,000 square miles, is known throughout the world by one name, the Devil's Triangle or the Bermuda Triangle. Over the past century, hundreds of ships and aircraft have mysteriously disappeared within this boundary. No distress signals, no wreckage, and not even a final trace on radar were left behind. It is as if an invisible force swallowed them in an instant. In the history of the Bermuda Triangle, the greatest mystery unfolded on December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy bomber aircraft, known as Flight 19, departed on a routine training mission with 14 crew members on board. But as soon as they entered the boundaries of this triangle, their navigation systems reportedly failed completely. The flight leader's final radio message was chilling. "Everything looks strange. Even the ocean doesn't look as it should. We don't know where we are." After that, all 5 aircraft vanished forever. Even more astonishing was the fact that the rescue plane sent to search for them, carrying 13 crew members, also never returned. In a single day, 27 people and 6 aircraft disappeared into the sea, and not a single piece of wreckage has ever been found. Scientists have attributed the mystery to powerful ocean currents, such as the Gulf Stream, sudden giant waves known as rogue waves, and explosions caused by methane gas trapped beneath the seafloor. However, these scientific theories cannot fully explain some of the strange accounts associated with the area. Several pilots who reportedly survived encounters in this region have claimed that they came across a strange, tunnel-like gray fog while flying. According to their accounts, the moment they entered this fog, their GPS devices, compasses, and even clocks began behaving erratically. Some have even claimed that because of this phenomenon, they traveled hundreds of miles within just a few minutes, something that would be impossible according to the known laws of science. The Bermuda Triangle is considered one of the few places on Earth where a compass can point to true north rather than magnetic north. Because of this variation, even a small navigational error can cause ships or aircraft to stray off course and become lost in the vast depths of the ocean. What exactly lies beneath the blue waters of the Atlantic? Is it a base of extraterrestrial beings, or the remnants of some ancient technology from the lost city of Atlantis, still drawing everything toward it like a magnet? The answer remains trapped in the unfathomable depths of the Atlantic Ocean to this day. Death Valley, California. A hell-like valley located on the eastern border of California. Its name is Death Valley. It is the lowest, driest place in North America and the hottest place on Earth. During summer, the temperature here reaches up to 56.7 degrees Celsius, a temperature at which if an egg is cracked on the ground, it would be cooked instantly. But even more surprising to people than this unbearable heat are some of the unexplained mysteries found here. The greatest wonder of Death Valley is an area called the Racetrack Playa. Here, enormous rocks, some weighing more than 300 kilograms, move across the flat desert floor by themselves. As these rocks move, they leave long trails or marks on the ground. Some of these trails are hundreds of feet long. Surprisingly, no one has ever seen these rocks moving with their own eyes. For years, scientists thought it might be a supernatural phenomenon or a result of Earth's magnetic field. Although scientists provided a mathematical explanation for it in 2014, the long journey of these heavy rocks across this desolate desert still inspires a sense of mystery and awe. Scattered throughout Death Valley are abandoned mines and, quote, ghost towns. Around 1849, hundreds of people who came here in search of gold lost their way and died. Many tourists claim that their restless spirits still wander through this valley today. The silence here is so profound that you can clearly hear the sound of your own heartbeat. But at times, that silence is broken by a strange sound known as the singing sand. When sand slides down the massive dunes, it creates a low-frequency vibration that makes it seem as though the desert itself is humming an ancient song. Death Valley's Badwater Basin is located 282 feet below sea level. There is virtually no water here, only a vast white crust of salt stretching in every direction. Yet even in this extremely salty and scorching environment, a unique species of fish known as the pupfish has managed to survive, a species found nowhere else on Earth. How they have evolved and persisted in this waterless hell for thousands of years remains a remarkable mystery to biologists. The air here is so dry that it can absorb the moisture from your body in an instant. Death Valley is not just a geographical location, it is one of nature's most extreme tests, where the line between life and death can be determined by a single drop of water.